Welcome back to the Thrifty Pilot's Bench. We have an exciting video for you today. KORE Aviation, a company that manufactures headsets, reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to review one of my headsets and give a honest opinion? I said, that's great. Send me a headset. So they did. They are not paying me for this review or anything like that. And they agreed that I could just freely say what I wanted to say about their headset, good, bad, or indifferent. So they sent me their KA-1 headset, which is in the line, kind of towards the top there as far as features and price. But even at this top scale, it's still very reasonable at $224 as of today. So KA-1, let's get a quick little unboxing and then we'll give some after-flight impressions. Seems like a pretty decent box here, as boxes goes. Gives you some information here for those who are interested in the tech specs. Big thing is this is a passive noise canceling headset. So you've got your decibel rating there for the noise reduction rating. Passive means that it has no built-in circuitry to mitigate noises coming from the cockpit. You have passive and active. So active headsets will require batteries normally to power. With passive, you don't have that need, which is kind of nice, to be completely honest with you. You don't have to mess with those batteries. So it comes in a nice little black box here. And as we continue, we see that it comes with a sticker. I love stickers. This is their sticker. It's quite nice. I like that quite a bit. You have a message from their founder, it looks like. Well, that's very nice. And I did read that it is a family business located in the United States there. So pretty cool that we have a local, or I guess domestic, company that is making budget-minded headsets for the aviation community. Nice bag. It's got the front zipper pocket here. Doesn't look like there's anything in there. And then you've got the back there to slide in sectional or whatever needs to be slid in a bag. One of the things that I noticed here is that a lot of the bags come formed. You'll have the form shape. I actually like the square shape. It makes it easier just opening the lid and putting the headset back in and out. We'll open it up here. Take a look at the good stuff. What I see first of all is a little pocket. I don't know if you're able to see it. There you go. It comes with the little mic. What is that thing called? Wind guard? We'll call it that. Wind guard there, so you don't hear those pops. You don't hear, of course, the wind. And then the little rubbery thing that secures the wind guard on. It's nice that they gave you an extra one. I'm digging that already. All right. The actual headset there. I don't think there's anything else. Looks like it's in pretty good shape there. Should be. It's new, but it looks pretty good initially. You've got the little protective cover there. Ooh, the first thing I see, that's quite nice, is a very sturdy boom mic. Yeah, that's very well made. That's going to stay where you put it. I'm digging that. The little cover, which these are nice too because they're not fitted covers. You slide it over and then you put this little rubber band, rubbery thing around it. It makes it so much easier replacing these things. You don't have to struggle with trying to fit the foam cover over it. So I'm digging that. Other impressions I see, let me get through that little foam block there, is this is much wider than my other ASA headset. I have an ASA headset, which was my first headset, an introductory headset. Very similar to the type of headset this is, but I noticed that this is much more foamy, patty, is that a word? Has much more padding than other headsets that I actually have that I've spent more on. So that makes a difference. When you're wearing a hat, when you have that little knot on top of the hat, that's nice. I like that. Anytime there's more padding is usually better. On the side here, I actually like these. The Bose that I have and the Sierras I have, they have the little clicky the ratcheting type of things, which is okay, but it constantly, you have to fiddle with it. With these type of headsets where the screw down connectors are, it makes it a lot easier because as soon as you get it just right, you lock it down and you literally never have to mess with it again unless you give it to a buddy or have a passenger. Let's see here. Oh, looking around, they do have individual, oh, that's very nice. High quality, very high quality volume controls on each side. I've seen this before and I've got it on the ASA, but these seem to be much better quality, and you can feel it as you're going through the individual clicks too. I do like the clicks on here. I don't like clicks on boom mic because you're trying to adjust, sometimes activate the mic. I see something hanging out in the bottom here, and that's kind of nice. You have your auxiliary in for, I almost said iPod, goodness gracious, but any type of music source, MP3 player. You can probably hook it up to a cell phone if you have the adapter or connector, but I think everybody knows what an aux port is, and this has got one, and it looks like it's even got a little bit of gold plating around there, which is pretty cool. It matches kind of the gold aesthetic of it. Another thing that I'm seeing right off the bat that I saw as soon as I popped this thing out is how big these pads are, these ear cups, there we are. The bigger the ear cups are, will allow more noise isolation. So in this terms, it's bigger and better for two reasons. Number one, it stops the noise from coming into the ear. Number two is that usually it's more comfortable. And you know what? Number three, and we're going to test this out, is normally if you have sunglasses, which I have somewhere around here, but I think you get the idea. Those stems of those sunglasses will go in, as many pilots and passengers should probably wear them when they're flying. And you like to have a big chunk of foam there, and that feels pretty nice, to encapsulate that stem. So it looks like it definitely has a lot of those. It's very soft to the touch too, which is very nice. I'm digging that. Let's see here. Let me get the little tag off here. That's holding this together, and we'll take a look at, I guess, the business end there. Oh, that alludes to what's coming up next, it looks like. So this headset has stereo and mono settings, and I did see that from the box. So if you're someone that wants to listen stereo or mono, you have that option. Pretty straightforward. I think I almost 100% of the time fly in stereo. I don't really have any reason to fly in mono, but if you want to for any technical purposes, or you just like it in the one ear, there you go. See the connectors, they look like gold-plated connectors, which is very nice. Anyone who knows about audio knows that anytime there's gold involved, even if it's just, a light dusting of gold on a connector, usually they transmit better. The energy goes through better there. Whatever word I'm looking for. If you know the word, type it in. But nice that they spent the extra cent or two to gold plate those things. I'm digging it. So looks pretty robust. Oh, the last thing I'll say about robustness, this cord does seem very nice, very flexible, made of the good plasticky rubbery bit. I don't know what that is, but when you feel them, it's like, oh, this feels cheap, like it's going to break. This one feels like there are many years ahead of it where you can bend it and it'll be just fine. So I'll be excited to check this out in the plane. That's my short unboxing deal of this. I think when rubber hits the road, it's really important to jump in the plane and actually try these out. I want to see how good the sound isolation is. I want to see how good that foam is, how clear the mic is, and if I experience any issues, because they feel like they're actually pretty light there. So I don't think I'm going to have any weight issues, but we will see. On to next. My impressions of the KORE Aviation KA-1. So in general, they performed well. Let me see if I can get a seat here. Whoa, there we go. Couple things right off the bat. They are built like a tank. So When I say tank, I mean like they are solid. I've had many other headsets where, you know, they felt flimsy. Even the nice ones, like the nice ones, right? The ones that cost quite a bit, they seem fragile. These do not seem fragile. These seem like I could just throw it in a bag, keep it moving, they'll be fine for years. So really nice. This boom mic, when I actually was in the air, I could feel it. I've had to adjust these once, and then that was pretty much it. My hypothesis about the padding was correct. It's very nice. It feels good on the head. The best thing about this is those ear muffs, these ear cuff things, right? So I have multiple glasses laying all around, and they are cheap glasses with very thick stems, I believe they're called, and less cheap glasses with very thin stems. The cool thing about this is that anything you put in it, it kind of holds it and seals it around, which is really nice. And I felt like going out in, 900-degree weather, that one of the things that I was going to have to worry about was me getting all sweaty and nasty in these things, because it seems like it's got this slick cover over it, but I really didn't feel that at all. Now, I will have to say that they were extremely clear, and the volume knobs, the individual ones, were so nice, because my other ones, like my Bose or whatnot, and most other ones, have them on the little dongle thing, right? So you're like trying to search around for those and adjust, maybe the radio. It's so much easier to just boop, fine tune them, and you're good to go. The last thing I'll say, as far as a positive, maybe a neutral, I don't know how to really explain this one, so you're going to have to bear with me. I have been, we have passive and active noise canceling, right? So in the Bose, we have active noise canceling, where you have the little speakers on the outside and they counter the noise that's happening on the exterior and have the wonderful, crazy, wild effect of canceling the noise. These are passive, so it really relies on that sealed cuff around your ear. The cool thing about this, I'm still up in the air on this, and I'll just let you decide, is that when you're flying an aircraft and you have these on, I noticed that you can hear the aircraft better. I know that sounds wild. It's like, what? What does that mean? And for students, this might actually be a really good thing, because it does, cup the ear and help with that noise, so it doesn't, it's not super loud, right? That's the whole point of these things. But you can still hear like the engine, like the changes in RPM and the way that the engine reacts when you're going through different type of weather and wind, right? When that prop hits that resistance. You can hear like the interior of your cockpit. You can hear the little things going on. Whereas an active noise canceling headset, it cancels out pretty much everything, and you don't hear those little nuanced sounds. So the KORE Aviation headset, let's score it. For comfort, I think it was comfortable. It was light. They had the nice thick foam pads on the top and around the actual ear cups. So I thought it was very comfortable, even with sunglasses. So for comfort, I think I'm going to score it pretty high. I think I'm going to go all the way to a 9. Noise reduction, it is passive. It isn't active. It did great with noise reduction. It just didn't have that active noise reduction kind of next level. So noise reduction, I think that's probably going to come in around 7.5. Audio and communications, crystal clear. I probably could not say one bad thing about the audio and communications aspect of this headset. I'm going to give it all the way up to a 10. Build quality, I feel like this is a headset that you can have for a long time. You can do flight training in it, and once you're done, you can hand it to your passenger and they will do just fine. Everything's constructed well. I think the build quality is absolutely great. I think it's going to last for more than the 5 years that it's warranted under, so I'm going to give it a 10. And then value. I mean, goodness gracious, everything is wildly expensive nowadays,
and I am not sure how they're able to keep the cost down. I don't know if you can beat it, and I'm really kind of going back and forth on this one, but I'm leaning towards the 10 on this one as well. With the build quality, the comfort, the value, let's tally the scores here. Yep, we're right around 9.3 out of 10, which is very high. I would recommend this to just about anybody. Yeah, overall, I think it's great. And for those who stuck with me through the entire review, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this one away. So if you comment just about anything down in the comments section, I'll know that you're here, and I will pick a random folk at the end of September and ship it out to you if you're interested. Stay safe, stay thrifty, and we'll see you.